Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are safe and you are with someone you care about who also cares about you. Look at my apple tree. People have been eating the apple tree and some of the apples are going to be going away, but just look at the number of apples we have here. I think this is going to be a bumper year for apples. I mean, look, just look. We've got so many. It is quite impressive. We have actually snuck a couple of these that fell off the tree or are knocked off the tree, and they were very nice. And there are some over here that are soon going to be ready to pick. I mean, they're just about ready now. So it's going to be quite an apple-filled autumn, I think. And like if I go back here, you can see that the tree is looking really overladen. I have not cut the grass since we last talked because the temperatures here have been truly ridiculous. It is only 9:30 in the morning, but it's already over 30 degrees Celsius. It's going to get up to like 36, 37 in the mountains and hotter in the valley. There are heat warnings all over and that's not going to be good. But check out how things are doing. So this is a grape plant that I have a grapevine that I purchased at the start of the year, and it is doing really lovely. This one appears to have died. We don't know why this one survived and this one didn't. C'est la vie. But if you look over here, these are some of my parsnips are really doing incredible things, and there are also some potatoes hiding in there. Look, I don't know if you can see, that's a red potato hiding in there. For those who paid attention last year, we had potatoes in here, and I didn't get all of the potatoes out last year. So some of the potatoes in here are actually volunteer potatoes from last year. But if you look, they're looking great. The same is true over here for these potatoes. They are looking incredibly good as well. These potatoes have kind of just started to stop, if that makes sense. The soil is reasonably dry at the top, but underneath it's nice and wet. But they are sort of getting to that point where they're kind of done. The same is true for these, although I'm going to try and get some more water on these very shortly after I've finished filming. My automated watering system is not working quite as well as I might like it to, and everything is so blinking hot right now. It is really hard to figure out how to keep everything properly moist and properly hydrated, and I have lost some of my potato plants in tubs, but it's going to be a bumper year for all kinds of things. I mean, look at these. These are my blackberries, my brambles. They are coming on incredibly well. A lot of people say, why do you leave them? Because they're weeds. I kind of just let them grow because they make things that are nice. I like the taste of them, right? So it's not a bother for me to just leave them to grow. So that's what I do. Over here, my rhubarb has come on incredibly well, and walking into the greenhouse, it's still warm in here from yesterday, but you can see that my tomatoes are really coming along amazingly well. My tomatillos are doing incredibly well. I haven't got any tomatillos yet. They do prefer the cooler temperature. Looks like I had something fall down over there, but we do have some cucumbers coming. The cucumbers are doing incredibly well. We had one of these earlier this week and it was delightful. That pepper, we've got some more peppers coming on here, and then there are some peppers, there's some flowers coming on here and here, and then there. So we're going to have lots of good peppers. Turns out this was a bean. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last one. This was a bean that we miscategorized initially as a pepper, but apparently it's a bean. Who knew? I mean, it's doing well. Hey, if it makes food, I'm all for it, and if it looks pretty, I'm all for it. Down here we've got some tomatoes. it's not going to be long before they are ready. And I bought some fresh lettuce to put in this week that's not doing quite as well. I tend to buy the living lettuces that come with a root ball, and then I pot them up. It seems to work a lot of the time. It seems to give me decent amounts of lettuces for a decent amount of time. But check out my pumpkins, okay? These have really taken off. You can see I've got a pumpkin down there, got one there, got some more here. They're really, really doing well. The zucchinis, less so. I'll come to the zucchinis in a moment. The garlic is absolutely bonkers. We've got so much garlic out here. We've pulled up some of the garlic, but they really are massive. Same with the carrots and the onions. The onions are they're not quite at the turning brown yet, but I think they are soon going to need harvesting in the next couple of weeks. And by the way, we do have some corn finally growing on here. So we've got some corn here, and we've got some corn there. Now, I hope this corn would grow taller. It hasn't, but the peas are growing up the corn, so that is good. The strawberries are having a little bit of a break, which they tend to do about this time of the season, so that's fine. Same thing here though. Look, we've got the beans growing up the corn quite happily. The zucchinis, however, I don't know what's going on with these zucchinis. I don't think I will be buying this particular variety again. I think they are the Black Beauties, and they have not been doing well, as you can see. They start to grow, then they kind of quit, and then they carry on. I don't know if it's that this particular portion of the garden is too far away from moisture, or if there's some other reason, but they're not happy. Meanwhile, over here, we have some more beans, we have some carrots, and we have broccoli. They're all growing. Cauliflower, they're all happy. And I can't complain. You know, this is the best time of year for just enjoying what we have in the garden and watching what can grow. We've got some zucchini down here that are looking a little bit happier, a pumpkin, and then some tomatoes that have fallen over. I do need to stake those tomatoes, but they are the volunteer ones, so I'm not really too worried about what happens to them. Meanwhile, over here, we have our fava beans. Do we have any more growing? Yes, we've got some there. And we've got some more flowers coming on here. These 3D printed, these little 3D printed clips have been a real boon this year, because they've allowed me to make sure that my beans generally grow up rather than out. And the bean seems to be responding. So again, I cannot complain. But with the heat and everything, I'm trying my darndest to keep everything as cool as possible. So the automatic watering system is coming on at night. It is watering the garden, the vegetable garden, every day now, I think. Same thing with the greenhouse. It's getting regular waterings. Here, where the rhubarb is, it's getting basically the water that's seeping out of the greenhouse. So it's happy. And then over here, this is what I wanted to talk to you about today. My sweet peas and everything else that I put in, including my lupins and my chamomile, they are here. They were here ostensibly to help shade the chickens, because on a hot day like today, it's not pleasant to be a chicken. Now, chickens don't sweat, so they have to do the kind of the panting thing that a lot of animals do. And I came with a theory that if I started to put foliage along here, the foliage would grow up as it started to do here, and that would encourage some shade for the chickens. Now, it hasn't really worked the way I wanted it to. However, the chickens have also dug down. So the coop is now, the floor of the coop is actually lower than it used to be. That's given them some shade. And if you look here, ignore the bee. If you look behind the lupin, you'll see we do have some shade starting to develop right next to the kind of wall of the chicken coop. And that means that a lot of my hens are chilling out there during the day. Now, I've been keeping an eye on them, both on the camera and also just, checking on them every day. And I've noticed that they are handling the heat better this year than they have in previous years. I think that's because we've added just a little bit more shade. They can go down lower, and also the water on the outside of the coop means that that whole area also provides a little bit of shade. So they've actually got just a little bit more shade, and that is helping. But I'm curious, if you have chickens, are you giving them, margaritas and sunglasses and little tiny hats, or have you come up with other ways of keeping them cool? Let me know in the down below, and I will see you next week. Thanks for joining us today, and if you've got thoughts, make sure you leave them in our Discord chat room, on our Patreon page down below, or you can reach out to us on Mastodon or Blue Sky, or in fact, now our new website. Thanks to the list of names scrolling by on your screen right now. They are part of the massive community of supporters who make this channel possible, helping us through Patreon and YouTube, covering our bills, paying our team, and helping us to remain 100% independent. If you'd like to join them and see your name listed here, just follow the links below. We've got options available across a range of different price points from $1.50 US a month. A massive welcome to our newest supporters: Michael Anders, Tim Lynch, Kuriakos, Keith Irvin, Eric Printer, Chip Chandler, Marek Korlowski, Thornelli, Jake Alper, Howard Robertson, Dan Bow, Rex Baker, Bob F., Mark Brooks, Norman Davidson, Jean Lim, Lee Goldberg, Joseph Jarvis, John Taylor, Yaya, Kira Bell, Jim Richard, Andrew Honeycutt, Lee W. Benjamin, and Hacktor. To join the list and get your shout out, become a paid Patreon member today for your moment of fame, and you can now even gift membership to someone else. If you'd like to support us with a one-off donation, you'll find links below to make Ko-fi and Bitcoin donations, and you can also send us a check through an old-fashioned PO box. There's a link to our website with the address below. Below, you'll also find links to our swag store, and if you are someone who has to shop on Amazon, please consider using our affiliate link so we get the commission, not Jeff Bezos. So we can continue to focus on making our content even better and reduce burnout. We are a little fresher these days with the days we release content, but we do plan on dropping new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday on this channel, plus something on Sunday over on Transport Evolved Take 2. If you want to watch more from us, the algorithm that hates us thinks you should be watching this video, but this one is one that we think you will also enjoy. Be awesome, be kind, be intentional, and don't forget to resist. Keep evolving.